Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Making Memories with Michelle. Today's project is a cute and simple little treat bag that's fun for table decor or putting in little party favors. And so I wanted to share these with you today. We're going to use some of the designer series paper in the Brights collection. Now, this paper this year is really, really cool. Because we have kind of this, I'm going to call it chicken wire, but I'm sure that there's a different term for it. And then on the back is this really pretty script. I really like that. And then the other pattern that's in here, we have this beautiful diamond design. And on the back, it's very reminiscent of the gingham gala paper from the Occasions catalog last year. And it's just a little smaller gingham plaid. Very nice. And sometimes this paper is overlooked. And I think it's gorgeous. And, you know, in the Brights collection, of course, it's just vibrant. So here we have Poppy Parade, Pacific Point, Melon Mambo, Mango Melody, Granny Apple Green, that's Flirty Flamingo, Daffodil Delight, Coastal Cabana, Bermuda Bay, and a Flirty Flamingo that's out of order, and then we're left with Gorgeous Grape. So I showed you the two Gorgeous Grape ones in these patterns, so let's reverse it and make two from the opposite side. You're going to need your scoring board. And this paper measures 6 by 6. I didn't do any cutting. This is just what it came out of the packet. All right, so if this is going to be the top, reverse it so that the script is on top, and on one side, right, script going in the correct direction, so you want to be able to read it, you're going to score it at 1 inch, 2 3/4, 3 3/4, and 5 1/2. Then turn it so that the top of the paper is facing left. Oops, excuse me. Top of the paper is facing right. We're going to make the bottom of our box, okay? So the top of the paper faces to the right, and I want you to score on this side at 1 inch. Okay, let's do it again. And this one, it's not going to matter the direction. So maybe I should have done this one first, right? So score again at 1 inch, 2 3/4, 3 3/4, and 5 1/2. Turn it one time and then score at 1 inch. Let's work with the gingham. So if you have your bone folder, come over and just crease those score marks. Get them nice and tight. But remember, this is designer series paper, so we don't want to push too hard when we're scoring or folding. We don't want to rip our paper. All right. Now, with your snips, this little extra on this small 1/2 inch flap, you have a rectangle, and you're going to cut that off completely, right? Snip it right up to that score line, and then snip it right off. And that's trash. That's the only trash you're going to have. All right, now cut right up to those score lines. Okay, so follow the score line up, right up to the center. You're making the flaps on your box. Now, on these little square flaps, I'd like you to please just cut the tiniest notch, and I'm going to show you very quickly. What this does is it just makes sure that your box lays flat, and it doesn't have to be precise. Just go right up to that square line, and you're going to do it on the inside of this one. Okay? Oh, I lied. There was a little more scrap there. Okay, so on this 1/2 inch flap, we're going to fold that over. Okay? So fold this flap in, and this morning I'm using a little Tombow liquid glue, and I'm going to put it right up here. Maybe. I used it a lot last night. It's a little dry. Okay, so a little liquid glue. Come on. Maybe I'm not using liquid glue this morning. Tell you what. Hold on, I'll get it out of him. Okay, when in doubt, just get a new one. Now be careful because it's going to be really full. All right, just a little bit because you don't want it to squish all over your bag. And just fold that in, okay? Now these sides are going to fold in, and here's the seam, so have this piece fold towards that side seam. I'll put a little up here on the top. Okay. Line it up. That's why I like the Tombow on this, because I can line it up. I have time. And just hold it. Okay. Shall we do the other one? Again. Whoops. Fold. This is a really quick little bag. And I'm just so happy to share this with you on a Monday morning. Okay, so again, and I can see it better on this side. Cut straight up on that 1/2 inch, and you can see it's on a different side now. Oh, that's okay. Now find your squares. Just cut up. You're making 3 or 4 tabs, excuse me. And then cut your notches in just the tabs that have the squares, not the long rectangles. So these are your sides. Okay, one more time. Fold it over. And then just wherever your seam is, which is right here, that folds over. Okay, and you can take your bone folder and just kind of press it down in there if you like. Now, let's make some tags, shall we? I need a piece of scratch paper. So I have a piece of Whisper White, and today I am using the Time for Tags stamp set, which is one of the Hostess sets, and I really, really like it. So I have my Gorgeous Grape ink pad. Now, Gorgeous Grape is not a color I use very often, so I was kind of excited this morning. And this is using the new tag punch. And if you look, this tag, when you cut it, goes horizontally, not vertically. So make sure when you're stamping that you're stamping your stamps horizontally. It just makes it easier. Okay, and that's all the stamping I'm doing this morning. Kind of crazy. Okay, now I have my Stampin' Right markers, and I have, what is that? Old washi tape. Stampin' Right markers. And I'm going to color these before I punch them out. So Flirty Flamingo and Melon Mambo. I'm staying in the Brights family. And we'll come over here and do the same thing. I hope everybody had a good Father's Day weekend. We took my dad out yesterday for brunch. Actually, I did. And the lad lives up in Boone. And he called me at 9:30. We were going to go to Pinehurst. They have a new to me, I hadn't been. My parents had been a few times. Brewery at Pinehurst. And so it's an hour away. And the lad called me at 9:30 as I'm getting ready to walk out the door to go get my dad and said, hey, I was in Rockingham for a music festival. Where are you going to brunch? I can surprise Papa. Well, he was only half an hour away from where we were going to be. So I didn't tell my dad. And you know, it was hard. I had to go pick him up. We traveled together for an hour. We're talking about my son, and we get there, and the hostess says, table for 3, and Dad starts to tell her, yes, they'd like to sit in the atrium, and I'm like, no, follow me. We're going to go over here. And Dad's like, we need a table first. I'm like, no. Well, you should have seen the look on my dad's face when he saw Nathaniel. It was absolutely priceless. Best Father's Day gift ever. I'm telling you, it was really special. All right, so I've taken my punch and I've punched out 2 punches from the gorgeous Grape. I've stamped and colored these, and I'm going to layer these. Let's see, what side? That's the dry one. Throw that one away. Okay, just a little glue. Oh, I really am having trouble picking things up this morning. Okay. And yes, I did stick my fingers right in it. Line that up. Okay, now the last piece had this gorgeous ribbon. Okay, look at this. It is absolutely beautiful. This tricolor purple ribbon. And these sides just fold in. We're just going to pinch it closed. Okay. And I got this ribbon in the mail from my upline Celine the other day as a gift for being in her $1,000 club for May. And I hadn't bought this yet, so I was pretty excited. So we're just going to come over here and tie a knot. And now my fingers are sticky from my glue. Okay. Cut a length from here. Whoops, sorry about that. I keep moving the paper. Terribly sorry. Okay, again, pinch it. Grab your purple ribbon. could do this easier if my fingers weren't sticky, I promise. Okay, then a couple dimensionals on the back of your tags. Pop those on your boxes. And you can give just a little trim to your ribbon. And there you have, very quick, very cute, 4 little boxes, and all made with very little effort. I hope you enjoyed it. All measurements will be over on my blog later today at www.makingmemorieswithmichelle.com. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.